When we discussed Battlefield 5's pre-orders being low just a few days ago, I didn't think it meant the game was going to bomb or not sell millions and millions of copies. Even after the Star Wars Battlefront 2 loot box debacle that happened late last year, Electronic Arts still managed to sell over 7 million copies, although EA originally was aiming and estimating that they'd sell around 12 to 13 million copies, maybe even more, which clearly that did not happen. Additionally, Battlefront 2 was also discounted pretty fast. But anyway, the point is, Electronic Arts felt the impact of consumer anger last year. But to be honest, that was anger that had built up for many years. It's just that finally EA had crossed the line. Players finally had had enough with EA's anti-consumer practices that were enforced to maximize profits. Now with Battlefield 5, I'm starting to really think that the impact of the Battlefront 2 loot box debacle and the numerous other shady and anti-consumer things EA has said and done since, and even before 2017, is still weighing on consumers' minds. Which, let me just say, thank goodness. Hopefully more companies in this industry, particularly the giants like Activision, understand that their anti-consumer decisions will have consequences. But I will say the new information that has just come out has me a little more surprised than I even expected. The Cowen analyst firm, the same people who said pre-orders were weak, have given a more detailed report, and it looks much worse than I think any of us originally thought. Cowen is reporting EA's Battlefield 5 currently appears to potentially be headed for serious disappointment, as it currently is lagging far behind Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, all the big releases that are coming this October. Cowen analyst Doug Kreutz would further add that Battlefield 5 is falling further behind Red Dead Redemption 2 and Black Ops 4, slightly more than it was 2 weeks ago. But this report doesn't stop there, as Cowen reports that pre-orders for Battlefield 5 are tracking more than 85% behind Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is pointed out by CNBC's coverage on this. When you compare this into past Battlefield games going up against Call of Duty, this is the worst it's ever been. Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 lagged Call of Duty by about 20% to 40%, and Battlefield 1 actually tracked ahead of Call of Duty at this point before launch. This analyst would next say that EA's expectation that they would sell 13 to 14 million copies does not look achievable, and he next cites one of the reasons why this game looks like it's underperforming. He says, with a release date directly in between Call of Duty and Red Dead Redemption 2, we worry that Battlefield 5 could be headed for a similar fate as 2016's Titanfall 2, which got squeezed out by its launch date directly between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Finally, Electronic Arts would decline to comment on this report. Now, with Battlefield 5, it has just never really had a positive leg to stand on. When the debut trailer dropped, no one knew what this game was, and additionally many have viewed this game as EA's attempt to push a narrative. The thing is, I hear so many reasons why people are not interested in this game. The most obvious one is that EA chose to take on Rockstar Games' first title in 5 years, being Red Dead Redemption 2. And then you also have Black Ops 4 dropping before Battlefield, which I don't believe ever happens. But even with that reason, there are more and more layers to why people are deciding to pass on Battlefield 5 and buy a different game this fall. Unfortunately for Electronic Arts, there are many options this fall, and right now screwing up is not good. But the loudest reason why people are not buying this game is because of Electronic Arts' political narrative that they pushed in front of gamers' faces. That hasn't gone over well with consumers. While many articles I've read from games media says gamers are just being sexist and don't like the idea of women in their video games, I don't think that's the issue. The issue is Electronic Arts' idiotic responses and fictional portrayal that they're giving. Surely there are people that are toxic morons that just don't want women at all, but I believe the majority just want an accurate portrayal, which was mostly given with Battlefield 1. Let me elaborate just a little bit more. I just saw Angry Joe's video on this situation, in which he states maybe Electronic Arts won't include women in the next Battlefield game because of these horrendous numbers that are coming in. But again, I think he keeps assuming this is all about women being in the game, and that being the reason why people are not buying or interest in the game when it's not, and at least it shouldn't be. In the same way Battlefield 1 included Woman Later in DLC, that was based on real history, and I'm sorry, a prosthetic arm, female British soldier on the front lines in World War II doesn't make sense in the same way that the soldier who has a katana on his back. There are so many women who served in World War II, and I think EA really could have handled and figured this out without causing so much anger, as well as with their dumb responses that they've given to the criticism that they've received. Now, from that debut trailer, it felt on purpose what Electronic Arts was attempting to do, but no matter what, having a prosthetic arm female British soldier on the front lines has proven to be controversial. Personally, I could give a shat. We just had the same debate a year ago with Call of Duty World War II, but I will say in this case my bigger issue that I believe Boogie2988, Young Yeah, The Quartering, and a few other YouTubers brought up is Electronic Arts' idiotic responses to this debacle. No matter what, calling your players and potential customers uneducated and then giving them an ultimatum to either buy it or not has backfired. Electronic Arts seriously needs to get off that imaginary throne they think they're on and realize they're an entertainment company. When you're hated more than most politicians and pharmaceutical companies, you should know you're doing everything wrong. But with this historical accuracy controversy, it attributes to gamers deciding to go with other games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and even Black Ops 4. But besides these two reasons that I brought up so far, you also have general hate for Electronic Arts and the fallout still from the Battlefront 2 loot box debacle. Then you have the fact that this is a World War II game just a year after Call of Duty did it. Then you have the fact that there is zero hype for this game, which should be attributed to the Shat marketing campaign, which really began with Trevor Noah's boring and strange reveal, which really was organized weird as they discussed the game for 30 minutes before actually showing any gameplay footage. Overall, marketing has been horrible so far. Now, the one plus going for EA is that the beta is still to come, which I believe is starting in early September. Although the truth is, I'm really thinking that this game is going to be a disappointment in sales, and I don't think the beta will make a massive difference. The crazy thing is, the title that is much more anti-consumer that is coming this October is Black Ops 4, and it still has been able to maintain and probably exceed hype, which my guess is the fact that Black Ops is a much stronger brand, and then also Call of Duty has a much younger, more casual audience that Activision knows they can abuse and get away with. Electronic Arts does not have that luxury, so talking down to consumers has proven to be a mistake. But I will add, EA's Patrick Soderlund, who as far as I understand was overseeing and in charge of all of this, jumping ship right now is very interesting. Soderlund has been with EA for about 2 decades, and he's one of the primary individuals responsible for why EA is such a horrendous and hated company nowadays. But obviously that honor is not exclusive to just one person. But Soderlund's actually the individual who gave the ultimatum of buy Battlefield 5 or don't to consumers, and let me read more of what he specifically said. Saying in an interview with Gamasutra at E3 2018, these are people who are uneducated. They don't understand that this is a plausible scenario, and listen, this is a game, and today gaming is gender diverse like it hasn't been before. There are a lot of female people who want to play and male players who want to play as a badass woman, and we don't take any flack. We stand up for the cause, because I think those people who don't understand it, well, you have two choices, either accept it or don't buy the game. I'm fine with either or, it's just not okay. Well, I will say gamers certainly listen to him, but I will add the issue with that statement is, for one, the tone. Acting like you're above everyone else and that you don't take any flack as you stand for the cause is an interesting way to turn potential customers away. Now, when he says standing for the cause, I assume he's talking maybe social justice? Either way, making a game political always seems controversial. Hell, even games that the media thinks should have been political become controversial. What ultimately Soderlund did with just this statement was make this into a left versus right issue, and looking to another YouTuber who recently discussed this and brought this very topic up, I can say this is a controversial subject that will continue to follow this game up to and after release. Now, if Battlefield 5 does fall short in sales, I'm really going to be interested to see how EA's next big non-sports game, Anthem, performs, because if this keeps happening, this may just be that consumers are tired and done with Electronic Arts, which may be a problem for this company moving forward. Anyway, to wrap this up, pretty much everything about Battlefield 5 has been negative so far. I mean, even YouTubers discussing this game has started an all-out war. Yeah, but anyway, what do you make of this mess? Do you think it's one specific reason people are not buying Battlefield 5, or multiple reasons like some of the ones I brought up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and consider subscribing for more videos like this, and I'll see you later.